Hi everyone, welcome back to this ninth video of this series. So in this video, we will see that how can we effectively manage the BOM for our Arduino UNO design directly from the workspace. And we'll see the manufacturer part numbers, how they can affect the specific component availability. So we can change the manufacturer part number with the same specifications, just like for an example, resistor. The multiple manufacturers have the same specific resistor with different part number. So we can use those resistors as an alternate part for the BOM if the stock of the specific part is short. So let's get started. So as you can see, I am in my Altium Designer Develop software. Let's go back to the Altium Develop workspace. So let's see this PCB view, and this 3D and BOM is over here. So as we have discussed in our previous video that the BOM is directly added, each and every component directly added to the workspace, whatever the component you are adding into your Altium Designer Develop software while designing the circuit. So you have to be very careful when you see this red flag on the components on the top, on the very right side column. So all the components are marked tick and green, but these few components are red flag. So just hover on the red flag and you will see the notification that what's problem with that part. So as you can see that R1 was in low stock. So maybe we can change this specific part or can add some other part, uh, which is alternate to this part. So just open the Explorer, or you can see the library health from here, and it will also. So let's under the Explorer window, you can see this register R1. There are item IDs are over here, schematic symbol is added over here, footprint is there, and the server, which is in this basically the specific part which we have to delete and add some alternate part to that. So it's basically the 10K register and the comment is R1. So just go to edit this part and hover, click on this part, so you can have the option to delete this part. But before this, let's go back, yeah, on this DG key. So from here you can search the alternate part to that register, 10K register. The first option, let's try it because it's very similar to our part number or part specification. So just paste this and click enter. Thus the first option is the same part which we just see in from the DG key. So you can click and then place the OK. So the user has insufficient access, right? So I think there is some problem with the syncing onto the workspace, I think. So there is again the issue with the no string support available. So let's first resolve that and then add that again. So in short, you got the idea that how can we edit the part wise in the using the by analyzing the BOM from the Altium Develop workspace. So similarly, this part is the 1K register, but it's showing it has so no solution for this part, and all other parts are okay. So in the releases option, you know that we have the all the releases of the design. So once you go to the releases, to the assembly option, so you can see this nice looking view of PCB. So here when you click on the specific row which is on the left side, it will highlight that board, and You can also assemble those parts and check the polarities or the pin number 1 of all the parts before sending it to the manufacturer. So just hover it, click on the specific component. It will highlight that specific part into the uh, design, into the 3D view, and it can also highlight into your PCB as well. So you can place the part over there. When you click on the done button, it will place that 3D part over here. As you can see, I am placing this part, and on the top left side, you can see its count is increasing by 1 because there are total 48 parts and 4 parts are assembled. And this white dot with the U4 you can see is the pin number 1, and these black dots are the pin number 1 of this design. So while placing the component and doing the assembly, we are verifying that the pin number 1 should align with the pin number 1 of the specific component. If it's not, then there might be an issue, and there obviously be an issue when the PCB will send to the manufacturer. Then he will place that part in the opposite polarity, and it can be blast or maybe damage to the board. So J5 and then place U4, U4 over here, and U1, Y1, Y2, J6, and we have placed 14 components. Click done, just clicking on the done button, and it is placing all the components on the PCB. So this transistor, MOSFET, button, IC, but make sure that while placing these components should be checked, and these are the steps after finalizing the layout or the circuit and verifying and removing all the errors from the design, and following the steps which the reviewer gave after reviewing the design. So after that, this step come, and you can see the all the components which are on the BOM should be available and in stock when going for the fabrication. And before fabrication, you also have to go to this assembly option to start the assembly, and how the components orientation will looks like. And it is also the check for the pick and place, and you can also verify if the specific part has opposite polarity, then it should be verified from the pick and place. So here is the BOM, and now you can click on the specific component, and it is highlighted on the 3D view, PCB, and in the schematics as well. So that's all for today's video. In this video, we have seen that how can we check our BOM that each and everything is fine, and if the specific component is out of stock, then we should replace it. And before sending it to the manufacturer, you just have to dry run the assembly as well. So thanks for watching, and follow us for the upcoming videos.